Hi Cancerians, this is your general October reading. I know it's taken me a long time to get to you guys, but I'm here. Let's get right into the messages for you, Cancer. Please, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel. And if anything should resonate with you, please feel free to comment. So we have Luminous Warrior and Jaguar to begin. Alright, you could be dealing with a Leo. Okay. But it's a Leo energy that isn't saying much right now, or recent past or present hasn't said much. If this is you, you're being very quiet, keeping to yourself. Keenly observing the world around you. Maybe you are paying close attention to politics, global politics. Or a particular person. It's like we have a vested interest in something or someone, and we're not ready to take action yet. Okay, so this is either you in strategic Leo energy, if that makes sense. Like, if you're in the spotlight, it's part of a strategy. Let me put it that way. Okay. Or if you're getting ready to put yourself in front of an audience, there's a strategy here that we're putting in place, or we've put in place. Maybe it's not something you're ready for just yet. So maybe you need a little extra time to prepare, or you're taking time to prepare. And if this is not you, this is a Leo, or someone with Leo vibes in your life who you're observing. Okay. And neither of you are really talking right now. We're looking to see what move the other person makes. I want to say hiding in plain sight. Okay, so I don't know what that means for you. Hiding in plain sight. Things just, maybe you don't trust what you're seeing. Okay? You don't trust what you're seeing, or you believe there's more to a person or situation than is being presented to you. Okay? There's hesitation and a lack of trust. Okay? Cancer. Okay, 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so if you're concerned that someone is cheating, I don't think that they are. Or if they were, it's over. Okay? And if it was just fears and anxieties that someone was cheating on you, I think you're putting them aside. Okay, or yeah. So it's like no longer worried that someone is cheating, or something has ended. If this is work related, a partnership of some kind has come to an end. But you might not be so disappointed about it. Okay, someone else might be, but you're not disappointed about it. Nine of Swords in reverse. Yeah, there's something here where we were really stressed out or racking our brains about someone or something, and we've put it to rest, or it's come to an end. We're not giving energy to this anymore. We're not stressing ourselves or losing sleep over it anymore. We're putting the distrust away, perhaps. Maybe you will be doing this soon. Yeah, wow. Seven of Wands. In this deck, this is one of my moving away cards. Traveling, moving on, leaving something behind. Off to greener pastures. Yeah, you're leaving a very stressful situation. Wheel of Fortune underneath the deck. So a positive turn of events, things working out in your favor, things looking up. The end of the cycle. But yeah, there was a difficult or stressful or partnership or relationship where there was a lot of distrust or anxieties that there was something going on behind the scenes that you were not aware of, and we're letting this issue go, or we are no longer concerned about it, or we're not letting it distract us or bring us down. We're moving away from it. Or we find out there was no truth to our anxieties or fears. I just feel like it's two people here who don't trust each other exactly, or it's like I'm hearing not Ludacris. Is it Ludacris? That Ludacris song, When I Move, You Move? Just like that. It's like that. It's like if you make a move, I will respond. And they're doing the same thing. It's kind of like a checkmate, or no, neither party is willing to do or see anything right now. There's still some tension, okay? There's still some tension here. The Well Watcher. Seven again. Wisdom. Power of the divine. So the Well Watcher talks about this well being dried up and it no longer being of use to this person to try to draw water from this well. They've stayed past their due. It's time to move on. Everything's dried up. This place is abandoned. There's no more to be gained here. There's no more wisdom to be gained here, or resources, or replenishment, or nourishment. It's like if you're thirsty for information, for knowledge, for wisdom, even if it's financial, whatever you're thirsty for or in need of replenishing, this person or situation is not what is going to bring these things to you. Okay, it's really time to move on from this situation, discussion, worry, anxiety, or stalemate. It's time to move on from it's like, yeah, flogging a dead horse essentially is what this card talks about. Are you flogging a dead horse? Are you trying to get information from someone who literally has no more information on the matter? Are you trying to get more money out of someone that can't afford to give you more or pay you more? Like asking a boss for a raise and they literally don't have the money, right? Or are you trying to get a point across to someone who just cannot comprehend what you're trying to say? It's sort of could be, pearls before swine kind of energy, not that anybody is swine, but meaning to say, trying to elucidate truths or make your viewpoint or your position very clear to someone and they just don't have the background or the interest or the knowledge base to be receptive to what you have to say or what you have to offer. Okay, you do have something to offer, but they can't receive it, or you do have a solution to something, but they just can't put themselves in a mental position or emotional position to accept or to believe that it will work or to recognize what you're saying as a solution. It could be a fear-based response to what you are proposing. But it's saying don't waste your time on this situation or person anymore. Okay, all these cards are talking about letting it go and moving away from it. Stop letting it stress you out. Don't allow it, or you not allowing it to stress you out anymore. Letting it go. Okay, let's see. Advice for Cancerians. Wow, freedom. It's like her hands are up, right? I mean, these are beautiful little angels, but she's sort of like, okay, guys, that's enough. Y'all can get off of me now. It's okay. I don't need your help. And like this one's grabbing her foot, and she's like, oh gosh, let me go now, God. Right? So it's wanting to be free of burdens. Or that's the advice. Free yourself of these burdens. Free yourself of what you believe is weighing you down. Obligations or responsibilities that are no longer yours. Okay, I do feel like there is a very needy energy around you. And you are releasing yourself of this. Okay, you are not focused on what they are focused on. You are looking to the future. And again, she's looking to the future and they're all looking at her. So it could be something coming up in the remainder of October moving forward where you are placed in a position of leadership. That you are the one that will have to take the next step so that others know which direction you are going in and no longer waiting on them. No longer waiting on them to decide what your next move will be. Maybe you're not used to this. Maybe you're more comfortable in this particular scenario with the other person always guiding the direction that we're going. But now it's your turn. Or you have no choice because this person isn't budging. Wow. Abundance. Plenty, profusion, generosity. So it reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune at the base of the deck. The things are looking up for you. Fertility, ripeness, inner riches, reaping rewards, culmination, harvest. So it says it itself, right? Culmination. Right? Something is coming to completion here. A cycle no longer needs to be repeated here. Right? You will reap rewards for the good things you've done, the good work you've done, the efforts you put in. There is abundance on its way to you. You are a very generous person. This is also a fire sign energy, that there is a generous fire sign around you who may be working with you on this or is nurturing somehow. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But remember how I was saying that there's something you may need to present publicly. or to an audience. So I would say if this were timing, I would say the next 3 to 4 weeks, 5 weeks max, okay? 3 to 4 weeks, 5 weeks max. So let's say by the end of November, that whatever you're planning to reveal or do, it will either come to completion at the end of November, or you're planning to execute it will take place at that time, and it will be ready at the end of November, or you will be ready at the end of November, okay? Cancerians. Wow. You guys. It literally says completion. Okay? Final attainment, victory, a crescendo, a job well done, perfection, peak performance, and prudence. Yeah. The finish line it feels like the end of November. Okay, you're coming up to a finish line. It's the end of a tedious journey. You've put a lot of work in. Okay, it will be a success, or you are a success. Right? You're going to feel victorious, or victory is on your side. Like the good energy is on your side because of what you've done or what you've contributed. Okay, I feel like even if you are not maybe pleased about something, or you are still feeling unsure or insecure about something, you're going to receive positive reviews about your work, or positive response. In some cases, you're going to find a way to earn more money. Okay, let's see if this is about love. If this is about love, Cancerians, or any love messages for Cancerians, because this all feels so strategic and more, I don't know, any love messages for Cancerians? Whoa. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Whoa. And one of my cushions just fell on my feet. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Yeah. So 2 freedom cards along with all this moving on energy, right? I do feel something may have hurt you in the past. I always read this card, this unicorn has a trail of blood, but it's an old wound. It's like when you get a little cut and it bleeds a lot, and then when you wipe it up, you realize it's actually just a small scratch. Okay, but this talks about, something that is already healed. This unicorn is not tied to this pole or this fence. It is not so damaged that it can't move on, that it can't jump over this and leave this. All right, it feels like perhaps you've been in a comfort zone of some kind, and it's really fears and anxieties, not anyone else in particular, preventing you from leaving. It's been a choice to sit here and not move, or fears and anxieties have given you the false belief or perception that you can't move. It's saying that you're free to free yourself. Don't wait for someone to give you the green light. Just go. Just do it. I mean, even if it's a love situation, perhaps it's time to leave a relationship. Or you've been thinking about it for a long time, but you haven't wanted to out of fear. But it's time to leave. And if it's that you're not leaving your partner, that you want to move homes, and you've been hemming and hawing with your partner about whether or not to change locations, to buy a new home, to move. but it's saying that it's positive, that there's abundance in a new location or in a new situation. But this feels like it's been on the mind. This is not something new. Okay. Someone here could be worried about removing themselves from a contract or going back on an agreement that is now worn out. Like the agreement was a long time ago. What we agreed on was a long time ago, and so much has changed. We need to change this arrangement. We need to draw up a new contract. The contract is old. The contract has come to an end. It's no longer binding. Or you shouldn't feel so bound by promises you made in the past because things have changed. Make a new promise, make up a new contract, strike up a new deal. Free yourself from this because it doesn't seem like it's that binding. Okay. Cancerians. Whoa. This situation involves marriage. Right? So binding, contract, marriage. Yeah, it feels like a spouse or long-term partner that we either want to marry. We're discussing the terms and conditions of our marriage, our union, our partnership. If it's not love, it still represents partnership, a contractual arrangement to spend time together or work together. I mean, the energy is very similar here, right? Look at these two guys. Same expression, looking in the same direction, and she is looking to him to see what he thinks or feels. But it's saying not to do that. Okay? It's sort of not in your best interest to keep looking to this person or boss or spouse or partner for the go ahead, for the green light. It is contractual or promise that was made that you need to free yourself from, or you've been wanting to free yourself from, and it looks like it's going to happen. Wow, retreat. You could be spending time with this person alone to discuss this in the near future. It's time to disconnect from the world, spending time alone with your partner in nature, discussing things without the interference of others, talking about what you want. You see how she, feminine or masculine, whoever's watching this would be you. In the other card, she's looking to him, right? For a response, for a hint. But in this card, she's talking and he's listening to her. He's looking at her. She finally has his attention. Okay, so I feel like whatever has been going on, you were not getting through, or you may continue not to quite get through for the next couple days or week, but there's going to be a turnaround where you're just going to say, you know what, I'm going to do it with or without you, and you get their attention and you start to discuss how the renegotiation of your contract or the renegotiation of your promises you made to each other. It could even be a renewal of vows for some of you, that you're renewing your vows, your marriage vows, or your anniversaries coming up. Okay, which has given us cause to take a look at our relationship and see where we've come, how far we've come together, and how it could, we can continue to grow. And if we felt neglected, how do we rectify that? If we felt that there's been no emotional sustenance or even financial sustenance, that we are asking our spouse to pitch in more financially, or expressing where we felt lack. and they're going to listen eventually. Okay. But I would say the advice here is, for the time being, if this person hasn't come around yet, that the advice is not to pressure them, but for you to start taking action in your own best interest. Okay. To let whoever this is see that you're serious. All right. Okay, Cancerians, I hope that was helpful. I hope everything works out for you. Take care, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.